Hi, how are you? So in today's video, I'm going to make a DIY medicated saline. That way I can use it in my nebulizer. And I'll also show you my nebulizer chamber and the process for nebulizing my rats. So stay tuned. So first I have my 250 milliliters of purified water. This is the kind you can buy in a bottle from the store. It's just the easiest thing I could find, so that's what I've got here. We also need these saline packets. Mine are from Walgreens. You can also get the Nebulize brand, which are made for using in like a neti pot. We're not going to talk about neti pots today, but we need the saline packets. You need 6 of these. And the other thing I have is F10. This is labeled in the US as veterinary disinfectant. However, after a friend contacted the manufacturer, we found out that this product is exactly the same as the one that is often recommended overseas to be used in nebulizers. It's just a much smaller bottle. But we don't need very much of it, so it's not terribly expensive in the long run. I'll put links in the description for where to buy this on Amazon, because you definitely want to make sure you're buying the right one. Otherwise, it's not going to work the way you want and could actually harm your rats. So the first thing we're going to do is add these 6 packets of saline mix. It's quite thundery today, so I don't know how loud that's going to get. The last thing we need is a syringe. So I'm gonna grab one of those real quick, and here it is. Now we're gonna need 1 milliliters of our F10 solution. What I'm going to do is puncture a small hole in the top, just a little one, seam ripper, but another pointy object will do. You don't want it too big, you just want it big enough that it will fit the tip of the syringe in it. Now that I've got a hole, I should be able to poke it. Yep, there we go. We are gonna draw up 5 milliliters. I've got a bubble, so I'm gonna squirt it back in. And this is supposed to be one of those like leak-proof lids, but I don't think it works. It's probably gonna leak somewhat. So I'm gonna swirl it a good bit, make sure all that powder's mixed in well. Let's see, I don't see any more on the bottom. And this is the normal color that I usually get. Now to use this, I'm going to use 5 milliliters with the same syringe in my nebulizer. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that up. You can put more in the nebulizer, that's just what I always start with. A little foamy, that's okay. So we got that. I'm going to draw it a little further so it's less likely to leak when I set it down. And now I'm going to turn the camera off and switch angles so you can see what's next. So we've got our solution. This is my nebulizer chamber. I have a small carrier inside this flip top container, and my nebulizer part is right here. We're going to put this in there. There's that. See, I've had to fix that because it was not an expensive part and it's not in great shape. Now we're gonna get the rats. All right, I have to set up on my tripod so I can be hands-free. We're gonna put the rats in the carrier. Here it goes. Fudge. caramel. Put your no footies and face in. Thank you. All right, now I don't have to do anything else with this. We just need to close it. You'll see that the tube goes here so it's not getting compressed. And now we're going to turn on the nebulizer. I am going to nebulize them for about 20 minutes. You can do anywhere between 15 and 45. I've found between 15 and 20 to work best for them. But if you're having a lot of respiratory issues, going longer may be better. You can also talk to your vet about adding albuterol into the nebulizer. As you can hear, this is quite loud, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll get back to you when we're done. My timer just went off, so I'm going to turn off the nebulizer. And we're going to open this up. Let's see all the fog coming out. That's good. It means it's working the way it's supposed to. They were breathing in all that good saline and medicated mist. And they're all done. Look at them. They're all done. Now, I've noticed with my rats, sometimes they breathe a little heavier for a few minutes after. That's normal if that is the case for your rats. But once they calm down from being out of the nebulizer, they're much better. Come here, Fudge. Come here, skinny man. Old boy. He's so old. But look at that face. How could you say no to him? Last thing I do, which they all are waiting for, is they always get a Cheerio after their treatment. Look at that. One for you. One for you. One for you. You can see the heavy breathing. This should improve in the next little bit. And I may do another treatment later, honestly. Lastly, I thought I'd show you my nebulizer. This nebulizer is made for children, and that's because children's nebulizers are quieter than regular ones. But you can get a regular one as long as it is not ultrasonic. You do not want an ultrasonic one. Mine I got from Facebook Marketplace secondhand, so he's a turtle. And I have it sitting up because the vent is actually right here where it pulls air in. So I don't want it obstructed or anything. I want to make sure that it can pull air in so that it can push the air back through and make a mist in here. The last thing you really want to look for is the kind that plugs into a power outlet. It's a little bigger and bulkier and a little more expensive, but the small ones just don't have good reviews or anything, so I wouldn't recommend them. I looked at a lot, and finding one secondhand is definitely the cheapest option. So yeah, that's how I do nebulizing my rattos. Thanks for watching. Bye.